U novom izdanju emisije Oni vole Srbiju ugostit ćemo košarkaša Vršca Nelsona Filipsa. Ovaj talentovani Amerikanac igra u Vršcu svoju prvu profesionalnu sezonu. Kako mu se čini život u Srbiji i evropska košarka, čućemo u narednim minutima.
Ovo Firminjo? Ne bre, to je Soldado.
Saldanha seco. Matheus Saldanha.
Registrujte se i mi vam poklanjamo 11 puta po 2000 dinara. Plus svaki dan free spinovi, a utorkom loyalty cashback.
Nes Uzlova. Majke mi.
Thank you so much for being our guest today. How are you doing, first of all?
I'm doing all right. I'm glad to be here. It's an honor, so thank you.
Thank you for coming again. So we are in your town. This is your town where you're living.
Right.
It's very calm and very pretty. So tell me your first impression about, Vršac?
First impression was definitely it was small.
Okay.
But the people was like very nice. The people are very nice here. And it's small enough and like it's not as populated as to the point where you would, get very distracted on, your goals and what you came here for. So it worked in my favor a lot.
You can stay focused, right? You can stay focused. You said that the first time when you came to Serbia, you said you went to Belgrade, of course. You said Belgrade has this US vibe.
Right.
What did you mean?
It was just more like, it gave me Atlanta, like the city, it was big. Well, compared to Versailles, it was like super big.
Okay.
And it just seemed so active. And yeah, just like seeing all the cars and just the lights and stuff, just, different people just roaming around. It was just like the U.S. feeling.
U.S. feeling. You feel like people welcomed you when you came here. That's the most important thing, right?
Right. When I came, it felt like, of course it didn't feel like I've been here before, but once probably like 2-3 days, the guys on the team, just people in general, they would, ask me like, what do I need? Like they would try their best to help me, even if I don't ask for anything, they would just, still reach out to me and try to figure something out for me, because I did have problems with, like when I first got here, I had problems with sleeping.
It was jet lag problems?
Right.
Jet lag problems? That's
so.
bad, Mike.
I think so, yeah. I had problems with sleeping, so they would try to like, yo, bro, what do you need? What do you need? Like, yeah, because I couldn't figure it out. It was just hard, so.
That's so nice, because you felt from the first moment that you're part of the family, right? You're not alone, even if you are very far from your home.
Right.
You felt like you have a kind of a family. But tell me about your home, about Georgia.
Georgia. My home in Georgia, it was more so like, it was normal, like it wasn't too much different from, but from like every other place in the world, but it was just like fast paced.
Okay.
Everybody, I don't know, it was just sports. It was sports. It was like just sports, and people are really big into family, but as far as childhood, it was a rough childhood. I didn't have the most stuff. I didn't have the best opportunities. It was more so I had to work way harder than others to get to, like, just to make one step. I had to take 5 steps to get one. So it was one of those childhoods.
Okay. And you wanted to start to play basketball in order to make a better life?
Right. First, it was football.
American football?
Yes, American football.
Because when you say football, to me, it's like soccer. Yeah.
But it was American football for me to the point where I didn't know how to play basketball until maybe 5th, 6th grade. That's when I probably started playing organized basketball. So, but ever since then, I was playing football all my life, American football all my life. And that was the main thing that I was focused on as a young kid, is football. But then I came across basketball. I just started falling in love with it. And then after that, I just ran with it. So That was definitely for like a getaway for me. Sports was a getaway for me to help my family because, like I said, we didn't have the best of life, but we made it through, and so now I'm here. So.
You were mentioning actually your family a lot of time.
Right.
So you're very attached to them.
Right.
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 And they play an important role in your career.
Right. Yes. So first, my granddad, he got me into sports, and when like I have anything going on with sports, he would be, picking me up, dropping me off, and just doing everything with me. But I lost him a couple years ago. It's been like a motivation thing, but it's been more so like, like that missing piece so I am big on family, and like my mother played a big role, my grandma, everybody in my immediate family, they play a very big role into today's where I'm at right now.
When you have a goal and you want to do something, but you have a lot of difficulties,
Right.
How do you motivate yourself?
I got great friends, that help me, and like through times where I would normally have like that person that I speak to that motivate me, like my granddad and my mom. My mom, she had a lot going on, so it was more so like she would be there, of course, for my sports events and stuff, and she'll always talk to me about like keep your head on straight, like just stay focused, it'll come to you and stuff like that. But when it came to like man-to-man things, and as far as me, reaching my goal, my granddad played that role, and my two best friends. My granddad, when he was, when it happened with him to the point where he couldn't, give me those great advice anymore, my best friend started to, handle that, like take that role. And it was big for me because if it wasn't for them, like I probably would have gave up a while ago.
That's very nice what you said. That's
right.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so I would have probably gave up a while ago.
Okay.
Just because of how hard things was going for me throughout the year. So as being young all the way to now, it was just rough. Like in December, late December, I lost my auntie while being here, and it was an unexpected death. So when I heard you mention you got to be strong mentally, that was tough. That was tough to be out here and have to hear them words, and so I just try to figure it out and move forward. I just been doing what I have to do, trying to stay focused on the court. I went through a little rough patch on the court just because of the situation, trying to get my mind back into it, but I picked it back up, and we are fine.
Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing this with us. But I don't want you to be sad right now. I would like to talk about different topics. I would like to talk about your rookie season because you did amazing on the court. So I would like to talk about your results. If you agree, we can go to a restaurant and continue our conversation over there. Okay. So we're ready for the second part of the conversation, and I can't wait to start actually because before we were talking and you have an amazing story. So I would like now to talk about your experience at college. It was Georgia and Troy University, and a lot of things happened over there, right?
So I went to Georgia State University, and the experience, it was, so-so. It was like up and down experience. When I first got there, the coach that actually recruited me out of high school, as soon as I got there, he left. And it was rough for me to, at least get, an understanding of how to be coached by a different person so fast, So it was like I already left high school, leaving one coach and then going to the next. And then that coach left, now I gotta go to the next. And so he kind of already had his plans of what he wanted it to be like once he got there. And when he came, he was actually getting rid of players, the ones that he felt like wasn't, gonna bring anything to the table for him, or that probably had attitude issues, or just, wasn't a good person or something like that to him. And I was one of the guys where he felt, okay, you're a good player, you're a good person, you can help us. He talked me into staying, and I stayed. And so when I stayed, I was told that I would have a nice role, I would bring to the team a lot of things and, help in a big way, and when that time came, it was the complete opposite. I never had a good role on the team. It was like up, down season for me, and I just never had anything that would just stand out and stick for.
He didn't keep his word.
He didn't really keep his word, and in that summer, going to my junior in college, had kind of the same conversation with him, and then it was the same thing, and then but actually during that year I had got hurt. And it was COVID. During COVID, I had got hurt, and when I got hurt, that's another major thing that played a big role in my career, because it helped me understand a lot of things. It was during a practice. It was something that was over time, but I felt it during exact practice, like a specific practice. I felt it, and my knee was hurting, and while my knee was hurting and I'm going to the trainer and stuff at Georgia State, I don't want to mention any names, but this specific person, she basically was telling me like, there's nothing wrong with you, you fine, we'll take you to get an MRI or whatever, but you fine, there's nothing wrong with you. And probably a week later, she took me to get an MRI. And I got an MRI. The MRI came back. She told me that it was nothing wrong with my knee and that I would be fine, just need to give it some days for the swelling to go down. And so then it just kept hurting. So I played on it for a month straight. And during that month straight, I'm constantly, telling her like, my knee hurt, like, and she would brush me off, brush me off, saying there's nothing wrong with it. We just got an MRI, and just brush me off. It was to a point where I had to go to the coach and make the coach, I had to go to coach so coach can make that person take me to the doctor again to get another MRI to actually see. And so the doctor, she looked at my knee, we did an MRI, and she looked at my knee first, and then she compared the first MRI to the second MRI. The first MRI, my knee was torn, but it wasn't completely torn just yet. The doctor told me that she don't understand how the trainer missed the tear in my knee. And
he missed, or he didn't want to see it? So
yeah, it was
different.
like, it was a difference.
Weird.
It was like, the trust was lost then.
Yeah.
So it was difficult for me to really process what was going on, and so I was, sad, trying to figure it out, and the doctor told me like, I don't even know how you was able to walk on this knee the way that it's looking in this MRI. So the first MRI that we took, it was slightly torn. The second one, from me playing on it a month, it was completely torn. She said you was super close from tearing your ACL, and no telling how my career would have went after that. Like, I don't know how I would have recovered from an ACL tear compared to a meniscus tear, So after that, I sat for the season. I completely lost trust in the trainer and kind of in the program itself, just off of that experience with my knee. And my junior year, I decided that I would just stay to finish it out, because honestly, I was on the verge of like, it is what it is. I'm gonna just stay, get a degree or whatever, and just continue to just play it out and just let it go how it goes. And I didn't really talk about it that much to people as far as like, just letting it be, and just, until one night I was talking to my friends, and they was like venting to me, telling me like, can't give up now, like you can't have that type of mindset. You can't, let this get in the way of your blessings that you're gonna, you know, encounter. So from then I decided that I was gonna enter the transfer portal. I transferred to Troy University, and they welcomed me with open arms at Troy University, and that was, basketball-wise, that was the best, you know, experience I had throughout college. Basketball-wise, coach-wise, that was the best experience I had throughout college. Just because they kept it, you know, 100% with me. They told me what it was and what it wasn't, you know. The role that they told me that I would play, I played it, you know. If anything happened that was, you know, bad as far as like me not playing as much, or just anything punishment-wise for the school, the basketball, if anything was to happen that they had to go against their word, it was gonna be my fault, you know. That's what I can say, but luckily it wasn't anything like that, but that's how they approached me with it, and that's how I, you know, took it. And so Troy was like the most successful college season that I had, and it got me to where I am now, so.
Yeah, everything made you stronger, right?
Right.
And Troy prepared you perfectly for this experience. This is your first freshman year.
Right.
So tell me about the first impression. European basketball is completely different from American basketball. Why this? More movement, you need to think more. It's a completely different style of play. So do you like it?
Right. I like the style of play. Once you get used to it, well, when you first come, you're not gonna like it. But once you get used to it, like you take, you know, some weeks or a month maybe, and you get used to playing it like the way they want you. If you're a person that catch on quick and you're a person that wants to be coached and you understand very well, then you can catch on to things and you will adapt to it, and it'll become, you know, easy and fun to you. You would like it more than you would like actual American basketball, just because it's not as like run and gun, you know. It's not up, down, up, down, up, down, just run. You know, it's more so you gotta use your brain. It takes your brains and skills for sure, but in America, it's more so just skill, you know. It just you can do things and you don't even have to think about it, honestly. But being in Europe, it's so like pinpoint, specific. They want exactly this, you know, like they want you to do exactly this, nothing less, nothing more. They want you to do exactly this. It just makes you think more and become a smarter player here. So yeah. Yeah,
but we can say that you fit in perfectly, because since you came here, you did amazing on the court. You were even the best scorer of the league.
Right.
So what do you think? What's in your mind while you're playing? When you're on the court, what are you thinking in that moment?
Honestly, it's like when I'm playing, I honestly have like tunnel vision, but it's like a calm tunnel vision. I still see what's going on, but it's more so like it's like I don't really think as much as I don't have to think, shall I say, but it's, when I first came, my mind was roaming, you know, like, okay, I don't want to mess up. What do I do here? What do I do there? And what do he want? What do he want? I don't want to mess up. But once I got reps and I knew exactly what he wanted, and I knew it was like an instinctive thing to the point where I didn't have to think about much when I was playing. So I just play. I have tunnel vision and I just lock in and just focus and play.
Okay, okay, I got it. But especially American, the foreigners, when they're coming to Europe and playing in a team, they have a big responsibility because they're here to make the difference. Let's say, do you like this kind of pressure?
I love it. I love the pressure because you are never allowed to slack, shall I say, like, and that's great. Like, as a person, as a man, you shouldn't want to slack on anything. So I take that challenge, you know, to the heart, and I embrace it, you know, because like I'm strong-minded. I know how to deal with it, you know. So it's a blessing to actually have that type of ability, the type of opportunity to even be counted on that much. So it's a blessing.
So in the Serbian League, you will have the chance to play against EuroLeague team. Are you excited about this?
Yes. You know, I'm excited to take on a challenge. Whoever it is basketball, you know. I feel like no player is no better than me. We all, you know, we all here for a reason, you know. So I just feel as if the opportunity presents itself, I'm taking it. So I'm actually excited to be able to even be in a situation where we may be able to play that team. So I'm excited.
Great.
Yeah.
Firminho. Ne bre, to je Soldado.
Saldanha seco. Mateus Saldanha.
Registrujte se i mi vam poklanjamo 11 puta po 2000 dinara. Plus svaki dan free spinovi, a utorkom loyalty cashback.
Nes uz lova. Majke mi.
So we talk about basketball, we talk a lot of topics, and thank you again. I want to thank you again because you shared with us a very interesting story, your story, and thank you for this. But let's eat now a little bit because you said that food, you told me before, the food here is very good. In America is the difference, so let's try this food. And this place is very particular because it's like the house of Jovan Stari Popovic, was a very important and very famous Serbian playwright. So let's try some. This is like Serbian cabbage. You told me, I have no idea what is this. Let's try it. Yeah, you know that you are not the first American because you told me this off camera. That Serbian food generally in Europe is better than American.
Right.
You agree?
I agree. I agree. Is you know, it tastes fresher. It doesn't, you know, taste all processed, and you know, it just tastes better. You know, fresher.
Try it. Try the cabbage. Cabbage is weird. A lot of people don't like cabbage. It's particular, right?
It's okay. It tastes like in America we have a thing called coleslaw.
Okay, never heard about that. It's like a salad.
It's like the same thing. It's pretty good. This is good. This is good. It's all right. It's all right.
So try it because I want to hear your opinion.
Let's see. This looks good.
You will miss this in America. You will miss. It's good. It's good. Did you try the alcohol, rakia?
No.
Would you like to try? No. I try at least. Try at least.
I never drunk.
I never had alcohol. Nelson, thank you so much for your time. It was a pleasure to have this chat with you. To wrap up, would you like to send a message to the audience?
Yes, thank you for having me. I want to say, if you're going through a tough time right now, just stay focused and just keep your mind, you know, strong and just stay on the right path. Your blessings are coming. Thank you.